Nigeria earns a major global credibility as it is removed from the European Union's list of high-risk countries for money laundering. As Federal Capital Territory administration goes tough on land use defaulters. Plus, update on political situation in Port Harcourt. This and more on Panorama. I am Musa Abubakar. Now let's begin by telling you that Nigeria has recorded a major international milestone in its fight against money laundering, terrorist financing and proliferation financing following the officially removal from the European Union's list of high-risk countries for anti-money laundering and terrorism financing. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, credited President Bola Tinubu's leadership, strong political will and reforms across government agencies for the achievement. He noted that Nigeria has significantly strengthened its AML-CFT framework, boosting the nation's global financial credibility. The Minister praised the collaborative efforts of regulators, the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, law enforcement, the judiciary, and the private sector, as well as reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to sustaining these reforms and working closely with international partners to keep its financial system transparent and aligned with global standards. The removal is expected to ease business transactions between Nigerian and European entities, improve banking relationships, and boost investor confidence in Africa's largest economy. And out of Port Harcourt, the Rivers State House of Assembly says it is still going ahead with the impeachment process against Governor Similaye Fubara and Deputy Professor Ngozi Odu on the grounds of gross misconduct. This is coming after 4 House members opted out and pleaded for political solution to the crisis. Nkiru Oye JC is at the House of Assembly quarters where we are joining her live for details of the proceedings. Nkiru, let's have the details of what is going on there.
Hello and welcome to Port Harcourt. Now, you would agree with me that it's been an eventful week in the Rivers State House of Assembly. Now, I'm at the legislative quarters, and right behind me is the hall where the lawmaker. Now, prior to the sitting, the deputy speaker and other lawmakers had a press briefing. And in the press briefing, they resolved that the impeachment proceedings will continue. Now, if you could recall that this week, 4 members came out to plead for the governor and the deputy for their colleagues to step down the proceedings, the impeachment proceedings. However, this morning they turned around and now said they were standing with their colleagues on the grounds that the governor and his deputy are not abiding by the Constitution. Now they also pleaded for the speaker to convey a sitting so they can make their stand known, which the speaker did. And in the preliminary this morning, the 25 lawmakers voted for the impeachment proceedings to continue. So that's where we are now. And sitting was adjourned for Tuesday next week. And hopefully we'll know what they will do from next week Tuesday, since they have agreed that they will continue with the impeachment proceedings. It's back to you.
Okay, thank you, Nkiru, for that update. Well, as the second phase of the continuous voter registration commences, concerned authorities in Zamfara State have resolved to intensify public sensitization to make the exercise successful. This was at a meeting convened by the Independent National Electoral Commission held in Gusau. Correspondent Haliru Muhammad reports.
The second phase of voters registration, which commenced on 5th January, is recording significant progress in Zamfara State. This is a stakeholders meeting convened by INEC to discuss issues affecting the exercise for better results.
When we came in here, have less than 2 million voters. But with the recent development during the first quarter registration, the registration now in Zamfara State have now reached over 2 million, which is a good progress. But notwithstanding this achievement, we are pleading to our royal fathers to sensitize their people.
Dr. Isa, who said first-time voters aged 18 and above are now eligible to register, noted that those wishing to transfer their voting location, replace a lost card or update personal details can also do so.
The above activity can be done online and then go to our INEC local government offices. I want to use this opportunity to appeal to all stakeholders to sensitize their people on the need to go and obtain their PVC, as it's only instrument that will qualify them to vote.
Other stakeholders offered ideas on how to make the exercise successful. The second phase of the continuous voter registration is expected to run from 5th January to 17th April 2026, from 9 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. In Gusau, Halir Muhammad, NTA News.
The son of Nigeria's former Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, has joined the All Progressives Congress to mobilize support for the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He was received by the Deputy President of the Senate, Barrow Jibrin, and the National Vice Chairman of the APC, Northeast, Mustafa Salihu, Thursday evening in Abuja. He said his movement from PDP to APC was motivated by the leadership qualities of Tinubu and expressed commitment to the Renewed Hope project.
So today I'm formally here to announce my exit from my former party, where we worked in 2023, and to the APC. With this development, I will work with His Excellency Senator Barrow to actualize the second term bid of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
I'm not only happy that he's coming to our party, but I'm happy that we're having someone who has this country in his heart, someone who wants to make his own, bring in his contribution towards bringing prosperity to our nation. In supporting the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in terms of his policy implementation, in terms of reaching out to the public, enlightening them about what is being done to reshape this country.
Abubakar Atiku also renamed the political group he founded to Husky Bola Tinubu Organization. It was set up in 2022 as Husky Atiku Organization. Well, it's now time to hand over to Balkisu Nuhu in our Just Network Center. Hello, Balkisu.
Thank you, Musa. Welcome to JOS. Plateau State Deputy Governor Josephine Pio has defected to the All Progressives Congress, having resigned from the People's Democratic Party, PDP. Top party leaders were at the Government House, JOS, to officially welcome her to the APC. Priscilla Grumnan reports.
Party officials and political allies witnessed her official admission into the party. The Deputy Governor, Josephine Pio, says her defection to join her principal, Governor Caleb Mutfwang, reflects her vision for good governance and inclusive leadership.
Plateau is our priority. We will work with all that we have, with all our strengths, to make sure that APC installs a governor in Plateau State come 2027, and as well as the President Federal Republic of Nigeria.
APC Zonal Secretary, Northern Senatorial Zone, Michael Angie, who presented the membership registration card to the Deputy Governor, commended her for the bold step, saying the APC constitution gives equal privileges to all members, adding that her experience and political influence would strengthen the party ahead of future elections.
We have one slogan in APC. I don't know whether I'm right or wrong. The person that joined today is equal to the person that was in the party long ago. So, Mama, your privileges and rights is just like you have been in the party for long.
Our prayers are with you. Our support will be with you.
The move by the Deputy Governor represents a significant shift in the state's political landscape. In Jos, Priscilla Grumnan, NTA News.
Plateau State Government is strengthening collaboration with international partners on coordinated action to safeguard children from abuse and exploitation. Governor Caleb Mutfwang made this known when he received on courtesy the national president and delegation of the United States Government Exchange Alumni Association of Nigeria in Government House, Jos. Ijoma Ozomina completes the report.
The U.S. Government Exchange Alumni Association of Nigeria is a forum designed to implement community-based projects. Addressing the alumni, Governor Mutfwang expressed worry over the increasing number of youths engaged in vices and commended the empowerment program of the association, which aims to improve the lives of the youth and reduce the number of school children roaming the streets.
We are battling with something on the plateau now, a dip in school enrollment. Particularly in mining-dominated areas. The worst part of it is that the worst affected class are the males, which in itself portends a danger in the future. So while we are looking at the girl child, which is very critical, we must look at the boy child as well.
National President of the United States Government Exchange Alumni, Dr. Nusa Tukura, enumerated activities and achievements of the association, especially in the areas of educational entrepreneurship and tourism.
I hosted 3 U.S. ambassadors here in Jos, deepening diplomatic ties between Plateau State and the United States. Beyond diplomatic engagement, our members are transforming lives on the ground. We renovated collapsing structures at government primary and secondary school Road Noron, demonstrating our commitment to educational infrastructure and the future of our youth.
The U.S. Government Exchange Alumni Association of Nigeria aims to promote continuity, growth and visibility of U.S. government exchange programs and their alumni network in Nigeria. In Jos, Ijoma Ozemena, NTA News.
We pause for a break. Panorama continues shortly. Come back. In a renewed effort to ensure that citizens are adequately captured for accessing essential government services and social security interventions, the National Orientation Agency in Plateau State is intensifying efforts to sensitize citizens to comply with the ongoing National Identity Number enrollment exercise. To this end, State Director says machinery has been put in place for the campaign. Indiang and the Abuja reports.
The National Identity Number NIN is a unique and verified identity for every citizen and legal resident of Nigeria. The National Orientation Agency, as government medium tasked with ensuring government programs are accessible to citizens, has been at the forefront of conducting extensive campaigns to encourage compliance and ensure that its messages reaches highest number of Nigerians to achieve direct impact. The agency notes that with its comprehensive national database, NIN helps to curb identity fraud and enhance planning in sectors like health, education, and social welfare. NOA calls on community leaders, religious leaders, and civil society groups to support the campaign to achieve an inclusive national identity system. For wider coverage, the agency has integrated NIN into its broader campaign of the Nigerian Identity Project as one of the 5 key areas of focus nationwide. For grassroots mobilization, the agency targets visits to markets, schools, motor parks, religious centers, and town hall meetings across the 17 local government areas of Plateau State. In Jos, Indenyan and the Abuja, NTA News.
We have in the studio Kaneng Pam Horo, Director NOA Plateau State, to tell us more about the next phase of campaign on the NIN enrollment. You're welcome to the studio, ma.
Thank you so much for having me. Happy New Year to Happy New Year, Nigerians.
Can you tell us the strategies your agency has deployed so far in enlightening citizens on this NIN registration?
Well, the ways we have designed to conduct sensitization so many, and this is one of the ways being here on NTA this afternoon. And we quite appreciate it because NTA has given us an opportunity to roll on. And in sensitizing Nigerians, you know our various ways. Of course, we have the town hall, we have all this. This time around, NIMSI is saying that she wants to do a word-to-word registration of potential registrants. Therefore, we are collaborating with NIMSI so that we reach out to Nigerians in hard-to-reach areas. That is, those in the wards, those in the various wards across the nation. We have seen that a lot of people do not want to come out and by themselves to want to register. Therefore, NIMSI has designed that she is going to the various wards so that people will get registered. And in so doing, it means that the NIMSI officials will be in the various wards. Okay, and it is completely free of charge. Nobody is being charged for anything. And this is a little different from the INEC registration. You see, the INEC registration, you wait until you are 18 years and above before you get registered as a Nigerian. But for NIMSI, so long as the child can sit and be captured, pictorial capturing, then of course the child, the person is will be registered. So for us, this form of registration that we are going to the wards to register people, that is NIMSI, and then she has collaborated with NOA so that NOA will give the sensitization, will create awareness so that people will know what they are into and what the government is into, and that would be very, very good for us.
Okay, can you shed light on your next plan concerning the awareness program for citizens?
Yes, you see, we are talking to Nigerians here on air now, but afterwards we hope to do the traditional mobilization that we are used to doing. We will go out on the streets. That means we will be in markets, we're going to be in schools, we're going to be in worship places and the likes, so that Nigerians will know about what we're doing and how we are going about what we're doing. And for me, that is very, very good. Of course, we have the flyers too. We have the flyers. We have banners which we use, we have the multimedia outdoor advertisement and things like that. And for me, we have the 17 local government areas. Well, this is for us on the plateau. We have 17 local government areas here on the plateau, and we intend to use them by ensuring that they go out to do the needful by going to the various places that's expected of them to, so that Nigerians will be registered appropriately.
Okay,
yes.
Ma, for such an exercise like this, there are challenges that might come up.
Yes.
So in a few words, what do you foresee?
Yes, we foresee that Nigerians are people who always like to wait in their homes and things come to them. But this time, that is why government is saying that she's going to the wards to meet them, because they always do not have time to come out, because probably, let's say, they have busy schedules. Yes, let me put it that way. And therefore, we hope that whatever the problem is, it is not going to be insurmountable. Okay? It is not going to be insurmountable. It is something that is there, that we know that with challenges are there. We have always overcome them, and we will definitely be successful.
Thank you so much. We have been speaking with Kaneng Pam Horo, the State Director of NOA in Plateau State. Thank you for coming to the studio.
Thank you so much for having me. Yes.
Plateau State Government is intensifying efforts to rehabilitate existing water facilities and expand the networks to address long-standing challenges affecting water distribution in some communities. In view of this, Managing Director of the Jos Water Services Corporation embarked on a vulnerability visit to Tudunwada Ward in Jos North Local Government Area. Ijoma Ozomina has details.
Metropolitan Crescent Phase 2 is a community in Tudunwada Jos North Local Government Area, which over time has faced challenges of water shortage due to its terrain. The key interventions include rehabilitation of the water treatment plant in the area, replacement of obsolete pipes, and installation of new pumping equipment to improve efficiency. Residents commend the effort of the Water Board and call for sustained maintenance of the facilities.
Water Service Corporation to help us to bring water here because we're suffering a lot.
The women and the problem is because of the water. If no water, we no cook, no wash plates, no bath, no anything.
Managing Director of the Jos Water Service, Apollo Samchi, says the board will work with development partners and adopt new technology to ensure uninterrupted water supply.
We're coming here to see what intervention we can do and or what plan we can have for this particular community. We have some options that we can always explore.
He also inspected the ongoing reconstruction of Wildlife Park Water Reservoir, which collapsed recently, and assured the affected community adequate water delivery.
This is dry season and it's a peak of very high water demand. So we're here today to inspect the continuation of the rehabilitation and to determine when the rehabilitation is going to be completed.
In Jos, Ijoma Ozemena, NTA News.
Super Eagles in final preparation for AFCON third place match. Enojo Adiku brings details of this and other stories on Sports Update.
Ahead of the third place match, the Super Eagles of Nigeria are preparing for the battle against Pharaohs of Egypt. The players and coaching crew are putting finishing touches to the strategies. Fixtures for these weekend matches in the Nigerian Premier League show that Bendel Insurance will host El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri. Abia Warriors will be the guest of Kano Pillars, while Rivers United will entertain Remo Stars, among other matches. In the English Premier League, Chelsea will square up with hard-fighting Brentford. In London, struggling Manchester United will be hosting Manchester City at Old Trafford, while table topper Arsenal will be looking forward to continue with their excellent form both in the league and in other competitions, as they will be the guest of Nottingham Forest. Cade Esports and Game Evolution continue their long-standing strategic partnership to reposition esports as the largest gaming and esports provider in Africa. The two parties, among other stakeholders, converge in Lagos to strategize ahead of the 2026 e-Soccer Pro League Season Division 2, scheduled to commence on the 17th of this month through March 2026. This Pro League will be a roadmap to Cage 26.
20 players in total in this current division, which is Division 2. They play for 7 weeks. Whoever is in the top 8 of the Division 2 will proceed to the Division 1 to meet those top 8 that were there to make 16.
Our goal is to train at least 50,000 gamers every year.
Now to tennis. Emma Raducanu's Australian Open preparations suffer a blow as she was stunned by the world number 204 Tyler Preston at the Hobart International. She will now travel to Melbourne with just one win under her belt after a 6-2, 6-4 quarterfinal defeat by Australia's Preston before the first Grand Slam of the year begins on Sunday. With Sports Update, Enojo Adiku.
Islamic scholar in Plateau State who once rescued more than 200 Christians and during an attack in his community, Imam Abdullahi Abubakar, has passed on Thursday night during an illness at the Plateau Specialist Hospital, Jos. At the time of this report, his body is being conveyed to his hometown, Ngar, in Gashish district of Barkeladi, for funeral rites in accordance with Islamic injunctions. He died at the age of 90. Meanwhile, Governor Caleb Mutfwang has expressed sadness over the passing of Imam Abubakar Abdullahi. In a statement, Governor Mutfwang described the late Imam as a man of purpose whose life was characterized by an unwavering commitment to peace, unity, and the protection of the vulnerable, particularly women and children. The governor highlighted the late Imam's remarkable leadership in promoting harmony and safeguarding lives as a legacy that earned him both national and international recognition. The governor further notes that the revered community leader dedicated his life to the advancement, development, and well-being of his people, and that his sudden passing leaves a significant void in the leadership of Gindin Akwati Bariki Ladi local government area. He prayed for God to raise leaders of integrity and wisdom to continue the legacy exemplified by the late Imam. That has been Panorama from Jos today. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.